Hey, Access family and friends. Listen, I got a little word for you today. It's found in the book of Acts chapter 26. The Apostle Paul is basically on trial, and he's standing before a king whose name is Agrippa. And he's giving him the gospel, and he's sharing Jesus. And he says these words, "King Agrippa, do you believe the prophets? I know you do." Then Agrippa said to Paul, "Do you think that in a short time you can persuade me to be a Christian?" Paul replied, "Short time or long, I pray to God that not only you, but all who are listening to me may become what I am, except for these chains." And I want to remind us today that there are going to be seasons where we're going to have the opportunity to share our faith. Now, it's not just the person we're sharing our faith with that might be getting affected. There could be people standing around. There could be people listening in, eavesdropping to what you are saying to them about Jesus. Don't you ever be ashamed of the opportunities to share your faith. Make sure from your heart to their ears that they see the passion and zeal and the love that you have for God. And like Paul, when he says to the king, I mean, this was the king, this is the guy who determines you live, you die, you go to jail, you get set free. He looks at him, he says, well, I don't just want you to be able to truly change and be persuaded by my words. I want everybody around that has an ear to hear what the Spirit has to say. Paul, even in prison, was trying to win as many people for Jesus as he could. And he says to them that he wants them to be like him. That means he was following Jesus. But he said, except for these chains. And if we have anything that is holding us back, anything that's stopping us from getting to where God wants us to be, then we need to relinquish them, lay them at the feet of Jesus and surrender them, and let God have full control of who we are to serve him and to honor him. And if people don't know Jesus, when you present the gospel message to them, they might become a follower of Christ and then have their chains be unshackled from their wrists and their ankles, and they can truly now walk and move in the ways of the Lord. That they might know him and the power of his resurrection. It's just some food for thought. Don't you be ashamed of Jesus, because he was certainly not ashamed of you. God bless your Access Church.